Let's go from G1 to G2. Kind of. This is Legacy Evolution Generation 2 Dead End. You guys remember the Velocitron line from a little while ago? The one that was Walmart exclusive, really hard to find, gave us Cosmos, died after one wave? Well, this is what replaced them. G2 themed repaints. There was a quite neon Sideswipe, the other G2 version of Sideswipe, a Xaid themed Mirage, a Prowl based off the Motorcycle RC, because that's a whole other can of worms I don't even feel like opening. This guy, uh, a Voyager Seeker that I don't really feel like buying, Cloud something, a G2 Grimlock, who I've mentioned previously. Yeah, it's also probably died in one wave. This was one of the hardest ones to find, and pretty much the only one I wanted besides Grimlock. Just look at this box. This freaking screams 90s. Like, damn. Obnoxious neon colors. Yep. I don't know what else describes 90s other than that. Radical? Bodacious, maybe? I'm not putting on the hat. Pretty much the complete opposite of what Dead End actually is. So here he is. The Legacy Dead End mold. This is based off an actually unreleased G2 design for Dead End. Unlike the Combiner Wars repaint for G2, which was based off a fan interpretation, based off a thing, based off another thing, based off another thing, that was supposed to be G2 Dead End. And I'm glad I waited for this version of the mold, because honestly, this color scheme is kind of snoozeville to me. Here's a nice comparison. Combiner Wars, Legacy. The only thing I miss from the Combiner Wars, or I guess the Generation 1 version of Dead End, is the purple. Who is Dead End, though? Basically, depressed. If I had to scrunch him down into one word, that would be it. Depressed. Hard mood. People still say that? I'm going to say, even in Generation 2, he was probably still depressed. But this color scheme is anything but depressing. He seems to have stolen the yellow from this guy. The other colors are nice. I really like them. This nice, bright, almost pinkish kind of red. I like a hell of a lot more than maroon. The metallic blue, or probably metallic teal, is a nice contrast. And the black drag strip. There we go. Yeah. Let's check out his articulation. Head is on a ball joint, but does not get much ball jointed range of motion. Basically just a swivel. Kind of bob a little bit, but not really the shoulders. Universal joints go all the way out. Cause the tire to pop off. Unfortunately, it doesn't break. It's just kind of, yeah, you can see it won't break, hopefully. Bicep, very nice. Even with the kibble panel, does not get in the way. What does get in the way of, unfortunately, is any resemblance of a wrist swivel. The elbow, although, is 90 degrees. And I guess he has a flip out weapon port in front of his perfectly good hand holding port. I don't really see the point. It's for transformation. That's what we have to deal with. The waist swivels here and there and everywhere. The hips are very awkward because they're not ratcheted. It's just the dimensions kind of force plastic to move past plastic, kind of scraping, unfortunately. So it does have full range of motion. It just doesn't really feel that good moving. Outward is fine though. There we go. The swivel is mushroom pegged. Nice. The knee moves a massive hunk of car, but basically moves like 89 degrees. Like that is a hunk of car. And he actually has feet. Suck it, Combiner Wars. They are on a hinge, and they go backwards to transform. But hey, he's got actual ankles. That's only one of a few things I like more than the Combiner Wars version. The backpack feels quite a bit tighter, hugs a bit more. It actually tabs in, as opposed to just kind of sits there. However, no, it doesn't even sit like that. Oh wait, it does. If you, it's been so long since I played with Combiner Wars. There we go. That's the way I had it anyway. But yeah, besides the feet, I'm happy this panel doesn't hang out like that. He can also do the same thing Dragstrip can do. If you just... Can it work with a spoiler? Yes, it can. Because he's going to become an arm for... not Devastator. Menasor. He's going to be an arm. He can combine with either version of Dragstrip. Although this thing kind of doesn't fit in the back. Yeah, hold on. Fingernail clippers. There we go. You can now give Dragstrip red. Actually, they don't. Let's see. Do they actually fit? Yes, but you just have to rotate the. Okay. Kinda. You give Dragstrip red pants. You give Dead End. It don't really fit either. You know. They rest there, but they not the most solid connection. Oh well. Let's give them their normal clothing and get to transformation. Accessories. He has a pair of minty fresh blasters that I'm guessing shoot energy that makes you radioactive, because that can't be good. But they're a slightly different shade of blue compared to the ones on G2 Dragstrip, Shadow Strike, or whatever the name they gave him. It's a Generation 2 Dragstrip. I'm surprised they're a slightly different shade. It's a nice attention to detail. Yep, he's just got a pair of pointy pistols that prevent his elbows from bending 90 degrees. But who cares? When everything's depressed, what's the point of even bending your arms? What's the point of anything? What's the point of a car mode? I don't know, but let's show it off anyway. So start by folding his feet back into the spoiler of his car, and then we can fold down these panels, and let's leave the legs for now. You can come to the backpack, crack it open, separate these being his arms, and flip in his head. Tab that back in, and the arms pegged together. Fold out the arm guards, and we're gonna pop off a wheel. Just great. We're gonna rotate the wheels down into their vehicle mode positions, trying hard to not pop them out. There we go. Take the hood of the car. We're going to want to encapsulate the arms like that, and then that. It kind of locks into place. These bits slide in, and the legs are going to want to tab together, like slot. There we go. Sort of, but they're just going to there and fold in. And there you have his car mode, which looks very good. I like it. Again, I'm a fan of the brighter red, almost pinkish red. I love the massive G2 Decepticon emblem on his hood. Like, where was that for Shadow Strike? Or Shadow Strip? I don't know. Drag Strip. Where the heck was the Decepticon insignia for Drag Strip? I feel like that's not fair. Whoops. He's got goofy flame tampos on his doors, which I like. They're goofy, but I like them. And this random thing of yellow and blue right up here, which I don't know what it does, but it holds the hood, so that's good enough. I like this car mode. It's solid and generic. I can't remember what vehicle he's supposed to become, but I don't think it's a Porsche. The only thing that comes to my mind is a Porsche. It's like a Breakdown is supposed to be like a Lamborghini. Drag Strip's obviously like a dragster, like a sports car. But I can't remember. He might be a Porsche. I might look that up after. His weapons. They can plug in to the back. The only reason it looks good is because there are two of them. If it was just one big one, it would look dumb. But I like it in this situation. I always forget that modern weapons can hold blast effect parts. So let's just, he's shooting a massive blast right there. And most likely going to hit nobody. Thank you, Stormtrooper aim. Oh, and these are basically unusable in this mode, but you have ports right here and the ports in the arms. So if you, for some reason, wanted to plug a gun into the front of his shin, you can do that. Or I guess use a side pan. Use the side plugs like that. You can, but they don't really look that good or help in any way. So we will just plug them into the back and say dead end. Oh, here's a size comparison. Wait, that's not right. Here's a better comparison. And I was right. This is a Porsche 928. You know, I think this would look good in this deco. If you want it, if you prefer this deco. There's also a G1 deco, but more toy accurate for a massive gift box instead of buying them individually. Because not all of them have been released in the G2 colors. That's my big thing is I hope the Toxitron line doesn't die in Wave 1, and I hope that they do more of the G2, because having only... It fell again. Having only Shadow Strip and Dead End makes me just a little paranoid that we won't get a full G2 Menasor. Because I want to see Breakdown in that toxic camo or whatever color combination he has that I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm mixing up with a different character, and so much stuff fell over. But this guy is kind of hard to find because he was probably only packaged one in a set. Like there's probably like one Sideswipe, one Sideswipe, like two Jazzes, two Mirages, one of this guy, and one of the other guy that I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. I like the color scheme, frankly. It doesn't fit a guy who's depressed, but hey, depression isn't always obvious. Even people you least expect to be suffering with depression tend to suffer in silence. So, put on a happy outfit to mask how you're feeling, kind of thing. So, until next time, thank you for watching, and keep it weird. Keep your wheels on the road, I guess. No matter what you're feeling, just know somebody actually does care. Despite what you might think, there are people that will care. Bye.